Okay, so hey guys, I'm going to do a trade review on the 4th of June, okay, for this day. Okay, let's talk about this week. For this week, right, it was NFP week, okay, and I only had time to trade during this day. Okay, so because it was my rest day, okay, and I traded the London session and I took 3 trades and it was a loss of $45. Okay, so let's get right into it. So also, right, this week, this was the only day I traded. So after this day, after, let's say, after London session, I did not even touch the AM session because I think that I've lost 1% already, and losing anymore will not make me feel nice. Okay, that's one thing. So I decided to stop trading and just tape read. Okay, so let's get right into it. Okay, so right here we have, okay, so this was my first trade. Okay, so I was trading based on this fair value gap. This is a silver bullet. Okay, I was looking for sell sides. Okay, so I was seeing for price to reach lower to the sell side and maybe reach lower here. Okay, so that's the whole point of this trade, and the risk was beautiful. Okay, so let's go. Yep, because it's really balanced as well. So you can see right here. Okay, right here we have sell sides regularly, then we made lower highs. Okay, and look at the bodies being held by this CB, and then we displaced lower pass here. That's why I was looking to short and see price to go lower. Okay, that's the whole idea for this trade. Okay, so yeah, very important right here. This is the 15-minute chart. We are real close to this relatively equal low that I'm looking at the external sell side, which means I'm not going to see for price to reach for it for me to be in profits. Okay, I'm not going to do that. So I'm only going to take around here. You can see right there. Okay, I'm going to take profit at this low. Okay, so that's about it. Yeah, we have been shooting higher since yesterday as well. Okay, so now I'm looking at that as a stop rate, and I want to see price start expanding lower. Okay, my stop loss is right above the balanced price range CE. Okay, it's a good stop loss. Okay, I'm stopped out. Okay, so now I'm seeing whether if price wants to go up to the buy side. Okay, why? Because sell sides taken here, consolidating here, getting above this CB. Okay, so price can go up here, but I'm still waiting. Okay, I'm still waiting. Yep, I'm still holding to my lower price narrative because based on high time frame, I'm looking for lower price. Okay, so I'm just waiting now. And now I outline the midnight opening range. Okay, as you can see now, okay, the midnight opening range, okay, right here, the midnight opening range is this purple rectangle. Okay, and this is where I'm interested in looking at, the upper quadrant above the CE, and you see price is holding it right here. Okay, and look at this BC, is actually quite influential, this one. So that could be a long to send price higher. Okay, but I was seeing for lower price, that's why I'm not really seeing for the price to support off the midnight opening range. Okay, so and I'm just looking for a small scalp, not looking for a big runner here also. So you got to trade according to the market condition, because you have NFP today, right? So the London session, I'm just going to take some small scalps only. Okay, so based on liquidity wise, sell sides taken here like I said just now. Okay, that's why buy sides can be rated. But what I'm looking at is I want to see buy sides taken, then start showing signs of moving lower. Okay, so second trade. Okay, now we are going to go all the way to right here. Okay, so right here, buy sides has been rated as you can see. Yeah, I wanted to try. I wanted to short there, but I did not trust it, so I did not short. Okay, so the thing is this. Okay, I shorted right here. Put my limit order. Okay, so the thing is this. Okay, you can see this was the buy side that I was aiming. Okay, and then 3 a.m. I'm applying the 1 hour, the 1 hour model that ICT teach. Okay, so 3 a.m.'s high is taken. Okay, 3 a.m. high is taken here, and then we were held by this CB. Okay, and then we start seeing price lower. Okay, so that's the thing. That's why I put my limit order right there. Okay, but I decided to sell, just sell it, as I am trading based on the, here there's a BC. Okay, I think I can zoom in. Okay, there's a BC right here. There's a gap. Okay, basically there's a gap right here. Okay, so I traded based on it, and the whole idea is I want to start seeing price moving lower. Okay, so what I outline is the week's 5-minute week CE. I want to see price stay below it, and my stop loss is right below it. Okay, 1-minute order block mean threshold as well. My stop loss is above it, and 31 ticks. The risk is good as well. Buy sides rated also as well. So everything is according to my rules to short. Okay, so we have 3:50 a.m. is coming. So what I was looking at is like here there's a lot of people buying because we are forming a flag right here. That's what I'm saying. Okay, at this point price should just move lower. That was what I'm expecting, but it did not do so. Okay, yep, I'm calling off this trade. Yep, you see what I was looking at is I want to see price start moving lower during the 3:50 a.m. macro. Okay, but that's why I was waiting for time. Okay, so basically I was expecting 3:50 a.m. macro to start moving lower. That's the whole context. Okay, because macros are the times when the market is very sensitive to the PD arrays, and that's where usually I get my information, and that's where usually I want to see things happen. Okay, so either spike up during the 3:50 a.m. macro or it just spike lower. Okay, as you can see now we are hovering above the midnight opening range. The midnight opening range is right here. We are hovering above it right now. Okay, so it has to drop right now. Okay, I'm still allowing price to touch the 5-minute week CE, but it has to show me instant rejection. Okay, I wanted to sell here, but I decided, okay, you see I did not sell, and it was very lucky that I didn't sell. But actually it's not like, basically I was just waiting. Because why? I started seeing that I've lost the first trade, then I lost the second trade trying to short. Okay, so I started seeing that we might be bullish. Why? Okay, because we have been sitting above the buy side. We have been sitting above the opening range gap. Okay, so you can see, look at the bodies right here. It has been sitting above it, so that tells me that okay, we want to move higher. Okay, and look at this BC that I outlined. You can see price was majority staying, the body's majority staying in the upper quadrant, and then it was holding all the bodies. Okay, so now I looking for this buy side to be rated. Okay, so Yep, if I have to short, I will lose money also. So I'm still waiting. Okay, now I'm still looking for shorts. Okay. Yeah, when price move when price starts moving with displacement like that, like keep on moving. Generally, I learned my lesson is don't try to call the tops. Okay, wait for it to start consolidating first. So I went to high time frame and look for old inefficiencies. Okay, so I outlined the RTH CB here, and I want to see some reactions of it. But you will see later there isn't any reaction. Okay, look at the expansion higher. That's why I'm not planning to pick the tops. Okay, so now I am at the daily chart. Okay, yeah, so why look at this, buy side has been raided, and we have the old 15 minute BC as well. Okay, so I clean up my chart so for you guys to see. Okay, so the most important thing is the buy side is raided already. Okay, and we reach for an old inefficiency. Okay, and we have been spiking higher, everyone is chasing to short now. Okay, so I'm waiting here. So I'm waiting, can this act as a inversion fair value gap? Okay, but this is my third trade. Okay, and like I say, I have to risk only $18 because I was counting my risk parameter as well. Okay, so if it's bigger than that, I will not take the trade. Okay, nice displacement, very nice displacement, and so I shorted. Okay, 20 ticks only, which is around 5 handle stop loss on Nasdaq. Okay, so I was expecting that to act as an inversion fair value gap, but I did not get it. Okay, so the thing for this trade was, after this trade, right, I was I started questioning, like, am I trying to anticipate the setups? But now looking back here, I was following all my rules. Okay, but for especially for this trade, right, I was comfortable taking it also, because for me personally, before I take a trade, usually I I will accept the loss first. It makes it easier for me to manage the trade. Okay, so every trade that I make, I will anticipate. I'll look at it as I have lost my money. Okay, so because once I put it down, I cannot control the market. I've lost control over my money. Okay, so the only thing I can determine is, before I enter a trade, how much money I'm going to risk. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That was the last trade that I take. Okay, I lost means I lost. Okay, so I think I covered everything. Yep, I covered everything. Okay, if you want, you can see some more. Okay, so now it's around 4:50, 4:30. Okay, now I'll just take this as the last one and see whether it paints or not, because I also forgotten most of it already. But the thing, what is nice about here is we form a consolidation. Okay, then we went and take it out. Okay, we raided it here, go up, and then we went lower. We have a market structure shift here. Okay, so still submitting to lower price. And also I remember we touched okay, this is the daily. Okay, okay, so yeah, so that's it for this trade review. So overall, I think it was a really good lesson as well. And like I always say, sleeping over losing trade is always the best. Okay, so yep, it was within my risk parameter. I accepted this loss, and I've never traded for the whole week. Okay, so losing is part of the business, as always. So see you guys in the next one.